When a viewer of the channel messages you and says, "Hey Ben, I'm really sorry to hear what you've gone through with your Audi R8. You must be missing it. Would you like to borrow mine for the day?" That's just an offer you cannot refuse. So say hello to this very nicely modified Audi R8 V8. So behind me you can see Lee's R8, and before we go out for a drive, I thought I'd give you guys a little walk around of the car, because this isn't just a standard R8, it's been very tastefully modified, and the wrap isn't matte grey as it may appear on camera. Now that the sun is coming out, you can see that it's got this kind of chameleon kind of flip effect. Now if I go around to the back where the sun is, can you see the kind of colours changing? We've got pinks, greens, blues, purples, and it looks fantastic. It's like having two cars in one. You can really see how much this wrap pops. Now, Lee has been busy, and this car is very nicely modified. We've got the kind of blue calipers down here, and a nice addition I like are the addition of the TTS seats. And from sitting in them, that is a massive kind of modification, improvement from the standard R8 seats. They are very, very nice. And then inside here's just added a load of carbon, mainly on the doors. He does plan on getting the kind of center console done, and then the grab handle down there. And I think it looks brilliant. We've got the Maxton design rear wing, the 4.2 litre V8, which looks so, so good when it isn't on fire. And yeah, I think it looks fantastic, especially when the sun comes out. It just pops. It looks great, and it's so nice to be spending some time with another V8 R8 whilst mine is written off. But yeah, look at it. That is just absolutely stunning. Massive thank you goes to Lee for allowing me to borrow the car for the day. I'm absolutely buzzing. There's something about a V8 R8 that just gets me so excited. I don't know if it's because I owned one, or I don't know what it is. I drive some pretty mad cars, but whenever I get behind the wheel of one of these gated manual V8s, I just fall in love all over again. So I am absolutely buzzing. I haven't driven this car yet. Let's jump in, go for a drive, and get behind the wheel once again of an Audi R8 V8. Here we are then inside another Audi R8 V8, and I've got to say, I have absolutely missed driving one of these cars. It is so, so good to be behind the wheel. I thought this would be a lot harder for me than it actually is, but to be honest, this car for me feels right. It feels like I should have an Audi R8, and it's just really nice to be behind the wheel again. Everything about it I love. The fact how wide it is, and of course this clunky mechanical gearbox is just brilliant. Oh, the gear shifts are so precise. I would even say this is a little bit better feeling than my R8 was. My R8 was on around 40,000 miles, and this one is on 135,000 miles. So it has been well used. It has been used as a daily by the previous keeper, and I don't think the mileage at that should really put you off. If anything, it shows just how reliable most R8s are. I say most because obviously mine was bodged. Oh wow. Now we are able to push the car on some frankly stunning B roads. It's just reminded me how good these cars are. And this car, even at 135,000 miles, it's had the suspension completely changed, and it just feels so tight and well looked after. Even at this mileage, if you're in the market for a high mileage R8, I don't think it should put you off, because honestly, this feels like new. It feels like my car on 40,000 miles, which actually kind of convinces me and, you know, reassures me for my next R8 to get a higher mileage one, because it doesn't really matter. And once you start getting into the higher mileage, most things have been replaced, so you've got relatively trouble-free motoring. But this is fantastic. These seats as well, from the Audi TTS, which I mentioned earlier, are just so much better. They've really enhanced the R8 experience. They hug you a lot more than the R8 standard seats, and they're so comfortable. It's a brilliant addition to this car. The thing that I feel this car is missing, and of course I would say it, is an aftermarket exhaust, but Lee has told me it is on the cards, it will be coming soon. But once he has done that, this car will be absolutely perfect. The R8 as standard just sounds a little bit too quiet, a bit too tame. Oh, but it is so good to be behind the wheel, and I've forgotten how good this gated manual gearbox is. Every car needs a gated gearbox, because just look at it, it's stunning and it sounds fantastic, and it really enhances the drive, makes it so much more engaging and a proper driver's car. Even now, this car's like, what, 15 odd plus years old, and it still looks stunning. You can still turn up places and get that wow factor of a supercar. It's got supercar presence, which is why in my last video when I mentioned would I get an R8 or a Jaguar F-Type, I feel it has to be another R8. The F-Types are nice, however I feel there are way too many of them on the road, and it just doesn't have the presence of this car. It's an old car now, and it still looks absolutely fantastic, and with a couple of modifications such as exhaust, carbon fibre and even a wrap, you can really transform these cars. They look fantastic and they're so nice to drive. Oh wow, it feels so good to be reunited with another R8, and I think this video really has been a deciding factor whether I'm going to replace the R8 with another R8. And after today's experience, it's safe to say that another R8 V8 manual will be appearing on the channel once again, because I just can't get enough of it. Honestly, I didn't have chance to really bond with mine or enjoy it for what I purchased it for. Every single time I took it for a drive, the engine light would come on, it would misfire, and I just couldn't relax. But just being shown how good a fully working R8 is just so special. So I need another R8 in my life, and I look forward to purchasing it and doing various modifications, maybe a full wrap kind of like this one, because I do like how when it's cloudy it's just a normal matte grey wrap, but then how special and alive it becomes once the sun hits it. It's like having two cars in one really, and it's brilliant. I am absolutely in love with the Audi R8. I need to get one ASAP as soon as I get a payout from somebody. But anyway, that has been today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. A massive thank you goes to Lee, the owner, for giving me the opportunity and trusting me to go out in his Audi R8. I do really appreciate it. It's been really nice just to get behind the wheel of one again. I've really enjoyed myself. Don't know if you can tell, but yeah, this has been fantastic. I cannot wait to start the R8 hunt, going out trying to find a replacement to my red one and bringing you guys the content, because it's what I love doing. But anyway, this has been so good. I'm going to go and return this car now to Lee, and I don't really want to give the keys back. But anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and of course if you haven't already, make sure you support the channel by hitting the subscribe button and the little notification bell so you do not miss out any of my future upcoming content, buying a new R8, and I do have a Renault Clio RS replacement video coming on the way as well, so make sure you don't miss that. Thank you once again for watching guys. Thank you as always for the support, and I'll see you in the next one.